my fave, and hopefully this is the last part of ranking Barbies from 2004. I'm excited to finish up 2004 so that I can add them to my list and continue taking a look at other Barbies from different years. It's nice to get to know some of the ones that I'm not insanely familiar with. Anyways, we left off with the 45th anniversary Barbie and Bob Mackie. We're continuing with another one, but just kind of the same thoughts that I said in the last part, being that I think I prefer the black dress because like there's like a white dress here. I prefer the black look, but I don't know why I said but. I also like the big like obnoxious thing that's above her. I don't know what to describe that as, but the black and white detailing, but it's a little simple for me, being that I'm pretty sure they were kind of expensive if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're all in purple, which means they were probably over $100 or the price that they were. I was like, no thank you. Anyways, there are some happy birthday Barbies. These ones are pretty. I feel like the issue that I had with them is I feel like they're giving a little bit of like the cheap fabric look. They kind of give me vibes of, based on the fabric of the like dolls from the dollar store, just the way that the top looks. I really like them nonetheless. I just think that they're giving a little bit too much of like the cheap fabric look, the kind of dresses you can buy off of Amazon. I can't describe it any other way. And if I'm gonna pay any price for a doll, I'd like them to, I don't know, not look terribly cheap. I like the bottom of the dress. I just think the top's really throwing me off. And maybe they're really good quality, so I hate to say that without really knowing much about them. But it's just giving a little bit cheap. They made it really high on the list. I would like to preference that. Where the last part, there's 3 parts. Like, they made it pretty high on the list, so I must really like them. But I feel like typically my ball gown dresses oftentimes make it a little bit higher on. And these ones just, they didn't make it insanely high up there. Anyways, I do really like the little flowers that are all throughout, and the like mesh fabric that they use is almost making it look like it's glitter, which is really cute. Anyways, next there is Happy Birthday Barbie, another one. Oh my gosh. So, okay, you can see it a little bit better for the blonde girly. I feel like when I first saw her, I didn't like her as much, but I really like how she looks here. I just think that it's really nice, and the more that I see it, I guess I can kind of see it. Because it's kind of blurry, I feel like it makes it look a little cheaper, but like looking at this doll, she doesn't look as cheap. Again, it's a ball gowny look, and I do tend to really like those. I don't have any complaints, and I really like a birthday Barbie. Not only would this be a birthday Barbie, but this would be probably a 2004 birthday Barbie, which is really cool. That's the year that I was born, in case you didn't know. Anyways, and I share a birthday with Miss Barbara Millicent Roberts. Anyways, next, I've got Diamond, Dazzle, Teresa, Christy, and Barbie in the red. These ones are really nice. I actually really like them. I originally put them a lot higher on the list, but I just like the more that I found dolls, the more they got moved down, and I feel kind of bad. For being Playline, these are really cool. I think they're Playline. They're gorgeous. They look elegant. They look excellent. They look like they're going to a party. I don't know where I plan to display them if I could get all of them, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I love how they look. They're so pretty. Yeah, no, I really like the cut of the dress and how it looks and how it drapes around them. I think they're really pretty and would be like great displayed together. Next, totally, does it say Spray Barbie? I'm not sure if that's what it's actually supposed to be. This doll is really pretty. I've seen her before, maybe in collections, maybe in like thrift videos, I don't know, but she's gorgeous. She's giving spring. Is she maybe supposed to be totally spring? I thought that's what it's supposed to say. But she's gorgeous. I love her. I love the colors. She's very pretty. I feel like she comes with nails. Is that what that is? I can't tell. If maybe charms? I can't tell. Next. Another one. Gorgeous. Again, kind of the same thing that I'll say, and I don't always preference it in videos. I don't need to have both versions. I think on my wish list, I typically put the AA for diversity, but I oftentimes come across the white dolls, which is really sad. I'd like to find a little bit more so my dolls are not all blonde, but I do think I put any other, if there's an option between a blonde and a not, I'll probably put the other doll on the list. Sorry, I'm still looking at, I'm getting distracted because I'm looking at the dress. She's gorgeous. Next. Oh, I should preference. But if the dolls have different colors, then I put all of them on my list. But if it's the same outfit, it's just change the base doll. I only put one on my list, if that makes sense. Specifically for Barbie, I know with Bratz, because I know that they switch outfits, or like they have the same two characters in the same outfit sometimes. I think for some of them, I still put both. And I feel bad, but listen, I just couldn't help it. Anyways, Barbie. This is Barbie, Joy, Belle, Fairytopia, Wonder Fairy, Laura, and Kindly. I don't know if those are their names. I'm going to assume they are. They're gorgeous. Fairytopia is a line that I would really like to complete. These ones I don't think are actually from the movies or referenced in the movies, because I know eventually they did Fairytopia. They just created a line. Maybe, I don't know which came first, actually. I don't know if the movie or if the dolls came first, but I really like the Fairytopia dolls. I think they're so pretty, and because they're kind of in reference to the movie, like kind of, sort of, they're dolls that I really want. They do have molded on clothing, if you can see. The leggings are. I'm not sure if anything else is, like if the top is. I've seen her in a thrift store once, pretty much nude. If I could find them thrifting, that would be great. I feel like they're kind of expensive. They're gorgeous, though. I'd like them in box, specifically, because I want the little character, the little figure that's with them. But if I could find them for a good price out of box, obviously that would be more ideal, because I know people are in-box collectors. Next, we have Mod Collection Mod Redux Barbie. This one was originally a lot lower on my list, and I just kept moving her up because I just kept being like, wow, she's really pretty. I like this one a lot. I love the black and yellow dress and then this colorful sleeves, and I love a doll with short hair. I do love a doll with long hair. I just sometimes think that the short hair looks gorgeous. Next, we have another Fairytopia doll. This is the Enchanted Fairytopia. I think it's a collector doll, which is really disappointing because I do want to own every single Barbie movie ever to exist. No, every single Barbie movie doll ever to exist, and I feel like it's kind of expensive. I remember watching a video of somebody who had thrifted her one time, and I was so mad. Anyways, she's gorgeous. I don't actually know how much she goes for, but even if she's really expensive, I'm pretty sure I put her on my list because she's just a top doll that I would love to own one day. She's from the movie. Is it the first? I don't actually remember which movie she's from. Anyways, we have Avon exclusive Exotic. This is a really pretty doll. There's 3 of them. Gorgeous. I love the dress. I just think this looks so pretty, and I feel like this is another vibe that I put like lower on my list, and I just kept moving it up because she's really pretty. We've got Mod Collection, a nod for Mod Barbie. That's a lot. I'm not sure if those leggings are molded or not, if they're like real, but I really like this outfit. I don't have a lot to say about it. I just think that the like rest of it's quite simple, but I love the pop of color. Just really pretty. I feel like she would look really fun out of the box. I feel like the box is kind of taking away from some of the like the boldness of her legging choice. Model of the moment, Marissa, Pretty Young Thing. Is that what she's called? I feel like I've been talking for a while and we're not very far into this. I really like her outfit. She's very simple, though, for being assumably a collector doll. She's not on my list because I feel like she was really expensive. Very simple, though, but like very much an outfit that I feel like is modern. Now we have some Sew Down Fashion Something Collection, China Series, Red Moon, Red Sunset, and Red Midnight. Recently, I just saw somebody around me selling these for really expensive, but I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw them on my video that I did, or on my list. They're really pretty. They're silkstone, in case you didn't see. Oh, that's what I was supposed to say. I was like, that does not make any sense. Okay. Yeah, they're silkstone. Silkstone are dolls that I think would be really fun, and like they look nice in people's collections, and I love how they look. I'd just be so afraid to break them. Just my preference. I'm not like the nicest with some of my dolls. Sometimes they fall and I'm like, ah. So I can't own a silkstone. They're gorgeous though. I love their outfits. Also, like, I love that they're like pajamas. I think that's what these are. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but like the one's wearing like a robe, so I'm gonna go with I'm right. I could be wrong. They're gorgeous though. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Flavor obsession, chocolate obsession, Barbie. I love that there's a chocolate doll. I think at the last video that I did, there's a Hershey's doll. Gorgeous. Yeah, no, I think she's gorgeous. I love her dress. I love the cut of the dress. I like dresses that look like this. I also love the detail on the front of the dress. It looks like she's probably really expensive though. We have some more silkstone dolls. I love dolls that have, they're silkstone fashion model collection 45th anniversary Barbie. They've got words on the front. I think that is always looks really nice on dolls. Also, I love that their hair is really long, and I love a nice long dress. Really pretty. Juicy Couture Barbies. Would love to own these one day, but they did not make my list because they're kind of expensive. I love the green and pink look. I love that it's a 2-pack. They're adorable, and I love the little shopping bags too. I think they have. Now we have Dolls of the World, Princess Collection, Princess of the Navajo, and Princess of the, is that supposed to be Renaissance? Either way, both of them look absolutely gorgeous. Again, I say this, I don't know a lot about like cultural outfits, so I'm not going to comment on that if they're culturally accurate, but they just look really good, and I would like to own all of the Doll of the Worlds, all the little subcategories that they did, like the Princess Collection, all of that. So these are pretty high on my list. I feel like some of these dolls can get kind of expensive though. And then there's Model of the Moment, Daria. I don't know what that says. Also not a doll on my list because she was really expensive, but her dress looks really good. I absolutely love it. If she wasn't too expensive, I would definitely put her on my list. Barbie doll as, I don't know what this says, in the Lord of the Rings. It's a Lord of the Rings doll. I think the guy was like really low on my list. This doll looks absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm trying to think of anything else to say. I love that the sleeves hang down by her arms. Like those are really like big and long. I think that's really nice. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I do want to. I don't like movies. I don't like sitting through something that long, even though I'll watch like 10 episodes of a show in a row. Anyways, this doll looks really good, so I'm not sure if it's accurate to the movie or not, but gorgeous. She looks gorgeous. Okay, birthday wishes. We've got 4 colors: red, yellow, I think that's maybe like an orange, maybe a brown, and purple. I put them in order of the colors that I like. I just feel like we don't typically see colors like this either. The red is like the one that I feel like out of all of them, that's the one that we're going to see a lot. But nonetheless, I feel like people oftentimes are like, I don't like mermaid gowns, or I don't like the really short dresses, because we see them so often. But I absolutely love this. I'm never going to turn down a mermaid dress, or I guess very few times will I turn down a mermaid dress. Gorgeous. I have no complaints. I like the details at the top. I like the bottom. Gorgeous. Next, we have the iconic Zodiac Barbies. So I put Cancer at the bottom, which I feel really bad for, because there are certain signs that I like, but I went off of the colors that I liked the most. So white, because I think it was like the simplest. And then I put these. I really like the Leo's colors. Okay, I think that the color looks nice. I don't like the I don't know what to call, but whatever's around their shoulders, the fluffiness, I don't like that it's a color that doesn't feel like it goes with it. Same for Aries. I do really like the red dress. I think the red dress looks stunning. I don't like the white with it. Then we have Libra, and I feel really bad for putting Libra here, but I do really like the pink, but I had to go. Oh, this one looks so good, by the way. Then all the blues. We see a lot of blue dresses. It's literally not a preference for the signs. It's just based off of the colors that I really like. So we have Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. this. I feel terrible because this is who I am. I'm a Pisces. So I feel terrible for putting it, so you can know, like, out of all of these, if I were to be... Oh, do you see that? I don't like the black and white as much. Why did I put that there? Anyways, if all of these were here, I would definitely go for the Pisces, like, even though I put other ones at the top. Then we have Aquarius and Taurus. The colors are so similar, but they're purples. Then we have Capricorn. I guess I did really like the bold black. I don't like the white, though, but I love the black. Actually, I don't mind it as much, but it's still really bothering me. And then I really like the green. The Gemini, there's 2 Geminis in my immediate family. The green looks so good, and I love the purple. The purple looks so good. It's just such a nice purple. Also, I'm curious if it's the lighting or if they're actually 2 different colors, because if they're kind of slightly off, you can get both. Like, it's fair game. By you, I mean me. Gorgeous. So Scorpio did make it on the top, but I would like you to know that if I'm somewhere and they have every single one and I can only buy one, because that's the amount of money that I have, I would buy the Pisces. Anyways, then there's Legends of Ireland collection, the Bard. Love an Irish doll. This doll looks so good, by the way. Gorgeous. Again, not sure if it's accurate, but gorgeous. Next, National U.S. Convention, Chicago. This doll looks nice. I like the little, like, extra fabric at the bottom that lays out nicely. These kind of dresses always make me question if they actually look good on display or if it's just because the box positioned it really nice, but I like the colors. Fair enough. Next, there's Byron Lars collection, NNE. I'm not sure if that's... I used to talk to text, so sometimes it did not like my words. This one looks really good. I also have to say I did originally put this one really low on my list, and I feel like I just kept moving this doll up and up until she got here, which is crazy because I think she actually might be in the top. Okay, she's not in the top 10, but she's the 11th doll. But she's gorgeous. I love her. I love the little boots because they're fluffy. I love the around her neck. That's fluffy. I love the purple, the pop of color. Gorgeous. This is just such a pretty doll. The rest of the outfit obviously great, but I'm just pointing out some parts that I really like. Holiday Barbies. This is the red version. Gorgeous. I feel like sometimes the other variants, I feel like this one probably goes for more than the green one. Gorgeous. Obviously I want them because they're holiday Barbies, and I'd like to have every single holiday Barbie, but specifically if it's from my year, obviously I want it. But then there's also the green ones. I do own her. I got her for such a good deal. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that it feels, like the fabric. They're just gorgeous and stunning, and she's beautiful. Next, Barbie Fan Doll Club Hollywood Divine Barbie. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I love the face, but I love the dress. Again, I don't know if this is actually a mermaid dress. I really like it. I like the details. I like the little, like, I think that's silver detailing. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to get to see the last 4. Crazy enough, I think 2 of them actually made it on my list. Sometimes the top dolls do not make it on my list because they're just way too expensive. This doll I'm going to put on my list anyways, even though she's just so expensive. Women of Royalty series, Queen Elizabeth I. And then Versace Barbie. Okay. I'm going to put her on my list anyways. There's a few dolls that are, like, really expensive that I have chosen to put on my list because I'm like, I would like to have these in my collection one day, even if they're unrealistic to have. It would be nice that if I could get them one day, that I could cross them off my list because I like crossing dolls off my list. Gorgeous doll, by the way. I just love the way that the dress looks. It's so pretty and so nice and so big and poofy, and just all the details, which for the price that she is, she deserves to have those details. Versace, I couldn't tell you much about this, but when I saw her, I was like, this is just such a beautiful dress. Gorgeous. Whenever I hear Versace, I think of the TV show that I watched. Gorgeous doll, though. So pretty. I don't have anything else to say. I love the color, though. The color's so pretty. I feel bad because I don't have a lot to say when she's super high on my list. I like the ruffles and the color. I don't know. When I saw this dress, I was like, yep, she's beautiful. I'd love to have her. Probably won't make it on my list, but she's gorgeous. Okay, classic ballet series Barbie doll as Juliet, and then the classic ballet series Barbie doll as, I don't know what this is. Titania. I'm not sure that's her name, but they're ballet dolls. They're gorgeous. I don't have a lot to say. I wonder if their shoes can come off. That is what I'm looking at. So she's a fairy, which is really pretty. I don't know either of the ballets. I'm just going to preference that. But they're really pretty. I really like them. I'm not sure if they're accurate to how they look in the ballets. This one, I just love the cut of her dress. Like, I just think that that looks super pretty and super fun. And she's giving, like, old-timey, but just still really pretty. Okay, and then this one, I love the tutu, the colors, just everything going on. She looks gorgeous. So I'm glad that at least those two were cheap enough to make my list. I'm sure they're still pretty expensive, but it's nice to not have this be all dolls that were just, like, out of my budget. Anyways, I'm back to it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the video if you agree or disagree with me. There's 2 other parts, like I said, so I'm glad that this wasn't forever. But anyways, I'm back to it. Thanks for watching. Bye!